There may be no better U.S. history lesson than seeing the country firsthand.
And that's exactly what one area mom was thinking when she set out with her 3 children 9 months ago to give them an education they would never forget.
News 8's Lou Hillman joins us now with more on their quest to see every state capital in the country.
Well, guys, Sarah Zitlow and her family were already making plans to move back to the La Crosse area where she grew up. That's why she says the timing was perfect to show her children our country from sea to shining sea.
So it wasn't a matter of convincing or anything. They were ready for the adventure.
Last September, Sarah Zitlow and her 3 kids, Andrew, Megan, and Ryan, set out from Green Bay on a trip around the country.
It was always a new adventure. There was almost 60 families who hosted us.
She homeschooled them along the way as they tried to see every state capital. Zitlow thought it would help bring her kids' school lessons to life.
When you go somewhere, you experience things differently.
Their first visit, of course, was Madison. From there, they toured capitals in the Midwest before heading east. Zitlow says the first few weeks were the hardest.
You know, and at some points, did we think we were going to finish? Absolutely not. I mean, 3 kids in the car. Some days were difficult, but then it just reminded us that some days are difficult at home too.
The kids say the toughest part was being cramped together in this small car. They logged more than 30,000 miles on the road.
Because Mom will say, only 100 more miles, and you'll have to go to the bathroom, so you'll be crossing your legs half the ride.
They were also without their dad, who had to stay home for most of the trip to work. Still, the kids say they truly enjoyed the experience.
It was worth it. I think it was worth it, having bags fall on us to be able to see everything.
And they have countless stories to share.
A big puffball came flying out of it, and it was so scary. It made me check the coffee on myself.
Along the way, the family met many new people, including several governors. They relied on the hospitality of mostly strangers to make sure they always had a place to stay.
It's heartwarming that people would just open their doors, you know, and hugs and just, you know, embrace you. And
from the East Coast, the family headed to the South and then out west. Zitlow says that's where they stopped the most just to enjoy the scenery.
It's just so different. And the air feels different. It's hard to describe that until you go there.
It took 9 months, but the Zitlows returned to Wisconsin this past weekend. Thanks to a cruise to Alaska and a flight to Hawaii, they did accomplish their goal of seeing all 50 capitals. But seeing her 3 children bond like they did was Sarah's favorite part.
And to see them now really know each other and creating that space for them to be good friends.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of trip that few families would have the courage to start or the strength to finish.
The memories and the relationships that we've created across the country will forever be a gift that we all hold together.
Wow, what a story. Now, the consensus least favorite capital amongst the family was Juneau, Alaska. Some of the favorites included Albany, New York, Salt Lake City, Utah, and Honolulu, Hawaii.
Interesting. I think Honolulu would probably be on a lot of people's list, but it does take a lot of guts to just put your life on hold like that and go out and do that.
And to have a plan wherever you're going,
Yeah.
That's a lot of planning.
All right, well, the family has been in contact with the Guinness Book of World Records. 8-year-old Ryan may be the youngest documented person to visit all 50 capitals.
And the family is still waiting to hear whether his name will make it into the book.